On a bright and sunny morning, Sonic the Hedgehog, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, and Cream were enjoying their day off in the lush green hills near their home. The air was filled with the scent of blooming flowers, and the sound of birds chirping created a peaceful ambience. After their recent adventure on the tropical island, they were ready for a day of relaxation. But as always, where Sonic goes, adventure is never far behind. As they were lounging under the shade of a giant oak tree, they suddenly heard a familiar sound, the distinct siren of a Paw Patrol vehicle. Within moments, Ryder and the pups from the Paw Patrol, Marshall, Chase, Sky, and Rubble came into view. They were all wagging their tails excitedly, happy to see their old friends again. Ryder, Paw Patrol, what brings you here? Sonic asked, standing up and waving to them. We were just on a mission nearby when we thought we'd drop by and say hello, Ryder explained, smiling. We've got some time off now, so we thought it would be fun to hang out together. That sounds awesome, Tails exclaimed, already thinking of all the fun things they could do. With everyone in agreement, the group decided to head down to the nearby beach for a day of fun and games. As they arrived at the beach, the sparkling blue ocean and soft white sand made it the perfect spot for their impromptu gathering. The first activity of the day was a sandcastle building contest. Sonic, Knuckles, and Chase formed one team, while Tails, Amy, and Sky teamed up for another. Cream and Rubble, the experts in construction, decided to judge the contest. The teams quickly got to work, gathering sand and shaping it into towering castles with intricate designs. Sonic and his team decided to go for a speedy approach, building a tall, sleek castle that mirrored the shape of a loop-de-loop. Meanwhile, Tails and Sky, with their engineering minds, constructed a detailed fortress with drawbridges and turrets. As the competition heated up, Cream and Rubble were amazed at the creativity and teamwork displayed by both teams. In the end, they decided it was too close to call, declaring it a tie. Everyone laughed and agreed that it was the most fun they had had in a while. Next up was a beach volleyball match. Ryder set up the net, and they divided into teams. Sonic, Amy, and Marshall faced off against Tails, Knuckles, and Sky. The game was fast-paced, with Sonic's speed and Knuckles' strength making for some powerful serves and spikes. Marshall, known for his clumsiness, had a few funny moments where he tripped over his own paws, but his enthusiasm kept everyone smiling. The game went back and forth, with each team scoring points, but in the end, Tails' precise serves and Sky's agility led their team to victory. Everyone cheered and high-fived, and Marshall even did a little victory dance, which made everyone laugh. After the intense match, it was time to cool off in the ocean. The group splashed around, rode the waves, and even had a friendly race along the shoreline. Tails and Sky, with their flying abilities, provided aerial support, while Sonic and Chase zoomed across the sand. It was a close race, but in the end, Sonic's speed gave him the edge, and he won by a nose. As the day went on, they all started to feel hungry. Ryder and Rubble suggested having a beach picnic, so they all gathered their supplies and found a shady spot under a large palm tree. The pups had brought plenty of snacks, including sandwiches, fruit, and Ryder's special homemade cookies. While they ate, they shared stories of their recent adventures. Ryder told them about a daring rescue mission to save a stranded whale, while Sonic and his friends recounted their treasure hunt on the tropical island. The stories kept everyone entertained, and the sound of laughter echoed across the beach. Just as they were finishing their meal, they noticed a small boat approaching the shore. Inside was Captain Turbot, the friendly marine biologist, who waved at them as he arrived. "Ahoy there! I heard you all were having some fun in the sun, so I thought I'd join in," he said, hopping out of the boat. Captain Turbot had brought along his trusty binoculars and suggested they go on a mini adventure to explore the nearby tidal pools. Everyone was excited at the idea, and they quickly packed up their picnic and followed him to the rocky part of the beach. The tidal pools were teeming with life. Tiny crabs scuttled across the rocks, colorful fish darted through the water, and sea anemones waved their tentacles in the gentle current. Tails, ever the scientist, was fascinated by the marine life and took careful notes in his journal. Sky, always the explorer, climbed the rocks to get a better view, while Sonic and the others splashed around, enjoying the cool water. As the sun began to set, casting a golden glow over the beach, they all gathered around a small bonfire that Ryder and Rubble had built. The warmth of the fire and the sound of the crackling wood made for a cozy atmosphere. They roasted marshmallows, made s'mores, and sang songs together, their voices blending with the sound of the waves. Finally, as the stars twinkled in the night sky, Sonic stood up and looked around at his friends. "This has been one of the best days ever," he said, his voice full of warmth. "I'm really glad we got to spend it with all of you." "We feel the same way, Sonic," Ryder replied. "It's always a blast hanging out with you guys." With the fire slowly dying down, the group decided it was time to head back. Sonic and his friends said their goodbyes to the Paw Patrol, promising to meet up again soon for another adventure. As they walked back to their camp, the bond between them had only grown stronger, and they knew that no matter what challenges lay ahead, they could always count on each other.